Good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss the another article from the trigonometry, that is inverse trigonometry function. So I hope you understand the previous lecture. Now in this unit, in this part of the unit, I'll explain how to solve the inverse trigonometry function. So first of all, just remember few facts that for the inverse function, the function should be 1, 1 and onto. Now what is this 1, 1 and onto function, that we are going to discuss in the next chapter, that is called function itself. But right now for this movement, you just remember or understand that the inverse of all trigonometry function does not exist, but if we restrict the domain of the function, then we are able to find out the inverse of the function. Okay, so I'll explain the definition. That's if sine theta is equal to x, then this theta will called inverse sine trigonometry function. Okay, inverse sine function. And how we write it? We write it theta equal to sine inverse x. Okay, now for this thing to exist or to find out this thing, the theta should lie between minus pi to pi. Okay, just remember this fact, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, sorry, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So for this movement, just remember the fact that to find the inverse of trigonometry function, we need to restrict domain of the function. Now what all these things, domain, codomain, 1, 1 and onto, that we are going to study in detail in next unit. So so definition is very simple. If sine theta is equal to x, then theta equal to sine inverse of x. So similarly, all the inverse function exist for all the trigonometry functions. So we write it cos inverse x and the domain is same. Then tan inverse x, the domain is same. Cot inverse x. Okay, cot inverse x. But for the domain of this will be minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 minus 0. Okay. For this movement, just remember the basic thing. We will going to see in detail that what these things are. Okay, so simply just remember that if value of sine 60 degree, or suppose I write here sine of 30 degree is equal to 1 by 2, then this 30 degree is nothing but sine inverse of 1 by 2. This is called inverse sine trigonometry function or inverse sine function. Okay, so in general we have right here that if cos theta equal to x, then this theta equal to cos inverse of x. Just shift this cos to this side and write it like this, cos inverse of x. So this is the inverse cosine function. Okay, so similarly all the function exist and its domain is minus pi by 2 to pi. It's not exist in all the domain. We are going to see in detail why we are taking this and how the another things also. But at the moment, just remember this. Now this inverse function exists some or have some properties that we should know to solve the example. So the property 1, for example, the first property that I want you to discuss, that if sine inverse of x is there, then cosec inverse will be 1 upon x. These two values are equivalent. Just take the reciprocal of this and these two values will become equivalent. So you know that sine theta is equal to 1 upon cosec theta. Okay, but the inverse function execute this property. So similarly, cos inverse of x equal to sec inverse of 1 upon x, tan inverse of x equal to cot inverse of 1 upon x, and so on. Okay, so that this is the property. We can easily prove this property. How we are going to prove this property? So for example, let sine inverse of x equal to theta. So by definition, x equal to sine theta, which is equal to 1 upon cosec theta. So cosec theta equal to 1 upon x, and from inverse definition, theta equal to cosec inverse of 1 upon x. Okay, so that's how we prove it. You can try for the other example or other ratios also. It's simple. Okay, so for example, I will prove one more. If cos inverse of x equal to theta, then by definition of inverse function, what we get? X equal to cos theta, right? Cos theta is nothing but 1 upon sec theta. So therefore sec theta equal to 1 upon x. Just take to this side or take inverse of this, and by definition of inverse function, theta will equal to sec inverse of 1 upon x. Okay, so that's how we prove it. So this is the first property. Now second property is, property 2 is, so if I have sine inverse outside and I am taking sine inverse of sine theta, instead of simple x I have sine theta here, so this sine get cancelled and I will get only theta. Okay, and the range you need to remember is pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay, the domain is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So similarly, cos inverse of cos theta is equal to theta. These two get cancelled, or the another form is also correct. So sine of sine inverse theta is equal to theta. Similarly, cos of cos inverse theta is equal to theta. Okay, these two get cancelled. Tan inverse of tan theta equal to theta, or tan of tan inverse theta equal to theta. Okay, similarly, cosec inverse of cosec theta equal to theta. Write down all the ratio for the other form also. Okay, so that's the second property. Try to prove this property. This is very simple. How you will prove this property? One I will show you, and other you just try to solve it by yourself. Okay, so first I'll show you how to prove this thing. So suppose I have sine theta equal to x. Let sine theta equal to x. Then by definition of inverse function, theta equal to sine inverse of x. But what is the value of x? Sine theta. I am just substituting it here. So sine inverse of sine theta is equal to theta. Simple. Proof is very simple. Okay, great. Just try to prove the another ratio for the another ratio. Let me know if you are able to do it. Okay. Now next is the next property that I want you to discuss is cos inverse x plus cos inverse sine inverse x plus sine sine inverse x plus cos inverse x equal to pi by 2. So this is the one property. Second, sine and cos are complementary angle, and if you add the inverse of these complementary angle, you will get 90. It's very obvious. Similarly, cosec inverse x plus sec inverse x equal to pi by 2. Third, tan inverse x plus cot inverse x equal to pi by 2. Okay, so these two are complementary angle. Complementary angle means their addition is always going to equal to 90. So the inverse addition is also going to equal to the 90. So this is the third property. And how next property, and how we can prove it. So just observe how I am proving it. Let me just change the page here. Okay, so suppose I'll show you how to prove the first example, and then rest you try yourself. So I am trying to prove sin inverse x plus cos inverse x, sin inverse x plus cos inverse x equal to pi by 2. So let sin inverse x equal to theta. So by definition x equal to sin theta, and sin theta is nothing but cos pi by 2 minus theta. This is the value of x. So taking inverse, cos inverse to both sides, taking cos inverse to both sides, what will I get? Cos inverse x equal to cos inverse of cos pi by 2 minus theta. This get cancelled. What you get? Cos inverse x equal to pi by 2 minus theta. Take this theta to this side. So theta plus cos inverse x equal to pi by 2. Okay. What is the value of theta? Theta is sin inverse of x. Theta is sin inverse of x. So I am substituting it. Sin inverse x plus cos inverse x equal to pi by 2. That's how we prove it. Okay. And this how why I took this thing. So this we have just learned in the allied angle formula, that cos pi by 2 minus theta is equal to sin theta. Okay. Just try to prove the other example. Pause the video here and try to prove the other example. So this is the another property. Now one more, or fifth property that I want you to discuss is property fifth is it's related to tan. So there is a condition, two condition for the tan thing. So if the first one is if x is positive, y is positive, and this product of x into y is less than 1, then this tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Okay. And if second property is if x is positive, y is positive, but this product x into y is greater than 1, then we need to write it as tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y equal to pi plus, this pi is additional thing, tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. And third one property is also related to the tan. So if this is the property phi, these all are related to tangent angle. If x is positive, y is positive, then this tan inverse x plus minus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse of x minus y upon 1 plus x into y. So for the minus sign, you don't need to check the product of x into y. Okay, but for the plus sign, you need to check the product of x into y. And if this is less than 1, then you need to write this formula. And if it is greater than 1, then you need to write this formula. You need pi to add here. Okay, so these are the another property of the inverse function. So that's all. That's all. I'll show you the proof of any one property. What will I show? Okay, let's just discuss the another property and then we will move to how to solve the example in it. Okay, so let's just continue the example. First of all, I will show you one proof and rest you can try yourself. So I'm going to show you that if x is positive, y is positive and x into y is less than 1, then we need to show that tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus x into y. Okay, now just observe how I am proving it. So I am considering this tan inverse x equal to theta and tan inverse y equal to phi. So from definition of inverse function, what will I get? Value of x? X equal to tan theta and y equal to tan phi. Okay, from the definition of inverse function. Now the LHS become, by using these values, what will LHS become? Tan inverse I am considering as theta plus phi. Now what is RHS? RHS will be tan inverse of, value of x is tan theta, value of y is tan phi. So tan theta plus tan phi upon 1 minus tan theta into tan phi. Okay, now we already have seen this is the formula for tan theta plus phi. So I am just replacing it, tan inverse of tan theta plus phi. Okay, tan theta plus phi will be tan theta plus tan phi upon 1 minus tan theta into tan phi. That this formula we already have discussed in previous lecture. Now from the property we know that if inverse and the simple trigonometry ratio come together, then this is equal to the angle itself. For example, here we have seen this second property, sin inverse of sin x is theta or tan inverse of tan theta is theta. So we are using this property here. This get cancelled, theta plus phi. This is the RHS. So from equation 1 and 2, LHS and RHS both lead us to theta plus phi. Okay, so therefore from 1 and 2 I get tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. That's how we prove it. Now try the other proof. Just pause the video here and try the other proof by yourself. Let me know in comment section if you are able to solve this thing. Next property that I want to discuss with you is sin inverse x equal to cos inverse root 1 minus x square. Okay, so how I am proving it, just see here. I am just considering, let sin inverse x equal to theta. So by definition of inverse function, x equal to sin theta. Okay, let this be the equation 1. Now I am trying to finding this value. So what is the cos inverse? Cos inverse of root 1 minus x square. This will equal to cos inverse of root 1 minus, what is the value of x I calculated here? Sin theta by my substitution. So I am just substituting the value of x here. It will be sin square theta. Now we all know that 1 minus sin square theta is equal to cos square theta. So this is equal to cos inverse of root cos square theta, which is cos inverse of cos theta. Take this out of the root sign. Now cos inverse of cos, this is cancelled or this is become 1. So by property we are getting theta. Now what is the value of theta? The theta I substitute as sin inverse of x. So I am just substituting here. This is equal to sin inverse of x. So that's how I prove it. 1 minus x square. So therefore I get sin inverse x equal to cos inverse root 1 minus x square. This is the another property, 7 number property. In a similar way, we have different property like cos inverse x equal to sine inverse of root 1 minus x square. This is the similar kind of property. Just try to prove it by yourself. And one more property is there, tan inverse x equal to sine inverse of x upon root 1 plus x square. Okay, so that's all for the property thing. Now we see how we are going to solve the problem. Okay, so before solving the problem, first thing that I want you is, whenever I found value of tan inverse of 1, so it's come out 45 degree or 225 degree or 405 degree. These all values, tan inverse of 1 give me these all values. So among these value, the least value, this one is called as principal value. Principal value. Once this value is known, we can easily find out the multiple angles of all these things. So I'll just show you how we solve the example by using this property and inverse function. Just give me a second. Okay. So now I'm writing a problem. Okay, so I want to find out value of sine cos inverse of 3 by 5. Now, how will I, there are multiple ways to solve this problem, one of which I am showing you here. Now, I just have show you the property that cos inverse of x is nothing but sine inverse of 1 minus x square. Okay, cos inverse of x is nothing but sine inverse of 1 minus x square. So, similarly, if I have cos inverse of, so since cos inverse x equal to sine inverse of root 1 minus x square. So therefore cos inverse of 3 by 5, what will be the value of, just put the value of x as 3 by 5. I will get sine inverse of root 1 minus 3 by 5 square. Replace x with 3 by 5. Is it clear? Okay, now just substitute the value here. So therefore sine of cos inverse 3 by 5 equal to sine of sine inverse, I am just replacing this cos 3 by 5 with this value. Okay, sine of root 1 minus 3 by 5 square. Now from the property I know sine of sine inverse theta equal to theta. This will get vanish. So here this will get vanish, and what remain is root 1 minus 3 by 5 square. Now just solve this thing. So 1 minus 9 upon 25, which is equal to 25 minus 9 upon 25, which is equal to root 16 upon 25. Take the square root, so we get plus minus 4 by 5. That is the value of sine into cos inverse of 3 by 5. Okay, that's how we find out. Another example I have written here is, I want to find value of this function, this inverse function, sine pi by 2 minus sine inverse of root minus root 3 by 2. So first of all, I simplify this minus sign by using the formula that sine inverse of minus theta equal to minus sine inverse of theta. That property we already have discussed in the first part of this lecture. So this minus sign will come outside, so therefore this value becomes sine pi by 2 minus, now minus sign outside I am taking here, it will become sine inverse of root 3 by 2. Okay, now this minus minus plus, so I get sine pi by 2 plus sine inverse of root 3 by 2. Right, now I am just assuming this sine inverse of root 3 by 2 equal to theta. If I assume this value, if I assume this value, then so if you substitute this value here, what will you get? Sine pi by 2 plus theta. This value I am substituting as pi by theta. And from the formula I know sine 90 plus theta. What is the value of sine 90 plus theta? It will be the cos theta. So this will become cos theta. Okay. So cos theta is nothing but, and what is the value I substitute for theta? My theta is nothing but this. So cos of sine inverse root 3 by 2. Now again I know that sine inverse of x can be written as cos inverse of 1 minus x square. So therefore sine inverse of root 3 by 2 can be written as cos inverse of root 1 minus root 3 by 2 square. Okay, which is equal to cos inverse of root 1 minus 3 by 4, which is cos inverse of root 4 minus 3 upon 4, which is cos inverse of root 1 by 4. Take the root outside, so cos inverse of 1 by 2. Okay, so therefore this cos of sine inverse root 3 by 2 I can write as cos, this value I have calculated here, which turn out to be cos inverse of 1 by 2. This cos and cos of cos inverse theta is equal to theta. Okay, so this will give me, this get vanish 1 by 2. Okay, so that's how I find out the value of this. It is 1 by 2. So that's how we solve the example. That's how we solve problem. I hope you understand it. I wanted you to try few example. Just make sure that you got the concept and you are able to solve the problem. So just try this example which I am writing here. Okay, try it. Okay, so I want you to find out sine inverse of 3 by 5 plus cos inverse of 3 by 5. Just find out this value. One more value I want you to find out is find out the value of tan inverse of root 3. Then find out value of sec into cos inverse of root 3 by 2. Okay, so just try these 3 examples. Let me know in comment section if you are able to understand and get the value. Till then, have a nice day. Bye. Thanks for watching.